Anna, it's such a privilege to be talking to you. I have known you and followed you for many years, and I know what an authentic leader you are and how you support the cause, genuinely support the cause of women. And today, we are celebrating this month, this week is all about women. I want to understand from you that in Niti Aayog, you build this women entrepreneurship platform. What is the impact? What is the scale that you've been able to achieve through this?
Thanks a lot, Shraddha, for those very kind words. You have always been a patron of Women Entrepreneurship Platform and other women-oriented initiatives of Niti Aayog. So as you are aware, the genesis of WEP was the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, which was held in 2017. And in his interaction with all the women entrepreneurs, Mr. Kant, our CEO, found that there was a lot of information gaps. So he felt that, women just need the information. They don't need any more empowerment. And information is something which will really empower them to become better entrepreneurs. So with that goal, Women Entrepreneurship Platform was set up as an aggregator platform, which with the vision that it will provide all relevant ecosystem related information at one place, truly a single window. So there, if you talk about impact, I generally do not like to quote numbers, because I think numbers, say very little and hide a lot of facts. So I am more a content kind of a person. So I would like to tell you where we are today with WEP. So WEP as an aggregator platform has come a long way in its very short journey. Today, we are able to attract more than 20,000 registered users. And we, on our side, our focus has been to create modules to make the ecosystem more robust, and also to create content, because content at the end of the day is the king. So one of the things which I would like to highlight is, we have mapped around 77 schemes in the central government, which have some component of entrepreneurship. Now, that is basically gender neutral. But we have uploaded all those schemes on WEP, and presently we are trying to, map it in a manner that the information can be seamlessly provided. Similar exercise is being done with the FIs as well as with the state governments. So in the coming year, we expect that we will be able to provide all this information, at least of the government and financial sector organization schemes and various other organization schemes at one place. And also, hopefully, that is our hope, have the necessary features on the platform which allows a seamless connect and not a data dump. So that is what I feel is the impact of providing a truly, single window kind of initiative, so that women can avail all the information which is there towards making the ecosystem more robust.
Anna, I want to ask you, do you have any things specifically for women startups, women entrepreneurs who are starting up in the Women Entrepreneurship Platform?
So these are still early days. I would say the very first year was still formation. It is not a sanctioned program of the Government of India. So you will be very surprised to hear that our journey thus far has been basically in collaboration with various partners. Like Flipkart prepared the community model. Now, community is the module which has been developed, is basically targeted at SMEs and startups, and is our way of providing them a platform to interact with each other, and also with other partners of WEP who are providers of services. So that entire value chain, which we say, for an entrepreneur, we are hoping that community page will be the place where they will be able to get connect. The second thing which we are working on, and it is still at the drawing board stage, but to provide a mentoring in a more effective manner. When I say that, I say with full consciousness that there are several mentoring programs on board today, which are more, I think they don't provide end-to-end mentoring. It is more like, providing them some information, but not really taking them to the logical conclusion. In WEP, we are in talks with several partners to provide a end-to-end solution where we will not only be connecting mentors to mentees for providing information, but also to handhold them to take them to the whatever their goals or vision is. We are starting small. We have identified marketing as the area where we will start with the need of the ecosystem, and then we will develop this framework where end-to-end solution will be provided. The next thing I would like to mention is basically the one of our patrons, Ronnie Screwwala, who has been associated with WEP from the very beginning. He always said that one of the important things you need to do is to showcase role models. And in that endeavor, we do the Women Transforming India Awards. And there our awardees are all startups, really. First stage startups, some of them second stage startups. And if you see the testimonials, they all say that after having, being associated with WEP and WTI, their reach increases. They also get better connects. So these are the three major things which I would like to identify, for the startup community.
Anna, I'm going to take this moment to ask you. I have always, as I mentioned, and to everyone watching, you are one of the most authentic leaders I know. To all the women who are listening to you today, watching you today, what would you say from your own journey are one or two things that one should focus on to, to be where you are?
First of all, I think there is no shortcut. I was in a event, a Thai global event, where the speaker just before me said that, for being a good entrepreneur, all you need to do, you should have a CA, you must have, spend on all these, a lawyer and all that. You must spend on them, because without them, you may not be able to achieve the success which you are which you have in mind. I was speaking just after that, after her, and my message was, please do not depend on others. While you would need the expertise of a CA or of a lawyer, you must have the knowledge so that they are not taking you for a ride. And that goes for everybody. And there is no shortcut for hard work. You need to study where you are venturing. And before, one of the things, I am actually infrastructure person, and technology and entrepreneurship happened only after I joined Niti in 2016. All my career has been on infrastructure reforms and financing and all that. So there the lesson is, the more time you spend on preparatory work, the better is your whatever initiative, whether as a bureaucrat, if I'm doing policy, a scheme, or as an entrepreneur, if you're doing any venture, I think preparatory work is very important. Being a master of all the things which you have to oversee is important. I'm not saying that you need to understand everything about costing or tax and all that, but general kind of understanding is very important. So knowledge is the key, and WEP through its platform is trying to provide that kind of multifaceted and multi-sectoral knowledge to the entrepreneurs, so that they become better entrepreneurs, and their ventures are also more successful. So that is my message, that do not try to look for shortcuts. Have your goal really clear, what you are looking for. And third, please be very, very well prepared before you venture into any initiative.
The place that you are in, the work that you are doing, the impact that you're creating, it requires a lot of hard work, but it also requires a lot of focus to, cut the noise. And many women leaders, most women leaders do experience noises of all kinds. How have you been able to do that? And what would you like to tell women who deal with it, who have to deal with it?
So one thing, I have been able to do that partly by being very brash, very to the point. And but I think at the end of the day, people do realize that I may be brash, I may be very, very, I may sound rude, but I mean well. So
Yeah.
you need to be very focused. And I think there is no
Anna,
substitute.
before you continue, you are saying you are brash. I feel you are very authentic. You are very original, and you're not like anyone else. Like, you're unique, and that stands out because you see and you get what you see. Yeah. So please continue. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So that is what, Shraddha, because I feel that I'm not out here on a, Miss Congeniality contest. My job is to get my goals, and whatever, targets have been given to me in my role as, wherever I'm functioning. So I would say that I'm very to the point. I'm very, honest to the extent of being, some people consider that I'm quite rude. But I feel it is necessary to kind of be forthright,
Yeah.
and that is also beneficial for the other person because they also know where they stand.
Yeah.
And I try to give the real black and white picture. And you cannot do away totally with the gray part of it, but try to minimize the gray part of it. So I think and that's a wonderful question, because many a times when I engage in these meetings, I find a lot of this noise coming out and getting reflected in the way people also approach me. And I have been very forthright, and I must say I never encountered anybody turning back and say, well, you cannot speak to me like that. And I think I have all my suggestions have been received well. And I think people actually at the end of the day are looking for honesty more than anything else. And they perhaps see that where I am coming from, I'm being honest and giving them, how it is in reality.
For women entrepreneurship platform that you're building and canvassing all the information and ecosystem players together, what would you like to say to everyone listening to you? If they want to participate, if they want to engage in the program, how can they do that?
First of all, I would like to say that, this is my message right from the very beginning. Please come join us. Unless you join us, we do not know what you want. And please tell us how would you like to, for us to kind of address your issues. By that, I don't mean that you are looking for some loan and some bank is not giving you loan, and there we should kind of, intervene. We are more institutional players. We will be looking for, putting in place more sustainable institutions and frameworks which help you in your long-term vision and long-term goals. But for that, you must come register on the platform, and I'll make a small sales pitch, wep.gov.in. If you have not registered, please come and register. There is a community place. So, you go on Facebook and post all kinds of pictures. You go on Twitter, you see so much of chatter on Twitter, irrelevant, most of it. So why don't you come on the community page of WEP? Even if you are not a entrepreneur, if you even thinking of it, WEP will register you. So come, start a conversation, talk to people, understand the ecosystem. And if you are already an entrepreneur, share your journey, suggest what you are doing, ask questions. We are there to help you. And I'm not saying we will be solving all the problems, because till date we do not have any government fund sanction. We are working purely through partner contribution. And for various verticals, we are looking for partners. So I'm not saying I'll solve all your problem, but no harm being registered on WEP. It is not costing you anything, and we are getting the people, our ecosystem on there, and we are able to hear your voice. So that is very important. And if you have to have screen time, better to spend on websites like WEP rather than, I think, this useless chatter which we often see. So help build the country, help solve problems. And as our Honorable Prime Minister keeps saying, there are challenges out there. All you need to do is have the vision and jazba, as you say, to look at the problem and then work on how you will solve it. And your venture, if you have that kind of a thing, we are there to help you, and it will roll out, and it will have its success. So you will not only build your country, but you will also end up building your own enterprise. That would be my message.
Anna, talking to you, I'm remembering this Maya Angelou's quote that a woman, when she stands up and speaks, she doesn't speak for herself, but she speaks for all the women. So talking to you, it feels like that. Huge admirer, and all the very best for Women Entrepreneurship Platform, wep.gov.in. Brilliant initiative by the government, by Niti, Aayog, by Anna, and look for, and I'm sure that we will see many, many more things coming out of this platform in this year and years to come. Thank you.